Hi Gemini, welcome to How I Love Tarot. This is your money, career and finance reading from now until the end of June. So you can see the timestamp on the bottom of the video. So it's about a 6-week reading for you. I've already pulled your tarot and I'm going to get straight into what is your strength in regards to money, career and finance. So what we have here, Spirit, can you bring forward the story in regards to the strength for Gemini for money, career and finance? So we have the Page of Wands, we have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Ten of Coins, and we have the King of Coins. Spirit, bring forward the story for Gemini in regards to what is in their strength in regards to money, career and finance from now until the end of June. So it seems like Gemini, what's happening is that there's been a lot of, I would say, strategic planning in regards to deciding what it is that you want for your future. There's been, so you've been a lot in your headspace, which probably seems obvious, but there's been a lot of strategic planning. You've been a lot in your mental energy, and the place that you have not been sitting in is your intuition. And so that has actually served you, believe it or not. It's felt uncomfortable, but it's now sitting in a strength position. So whereas, you know, you may have been ruminating, meaning that, you know, you're going over and over and over the thoughts in your mind and the choices that you have to make and how they're going to impact you. Here in the Page of Wands, it's actually sitting in your strength position that you did spend all that mental energy kind of strategizing and looking at the different options that are in front of you and the different possibilities. Because what's happening now as we kind of come into Gemini season is the Wheel of Fortune, and an incredible amount of, you know, I think part of what has happened with some Geminis out there is that there's been a lot of disruption, a lot of turmoil, a lot of just like needing to plant roots and not being able to for whatever reason. And so there's been a strong desire for stability. And for some of you, yeah, it means changing jobs, but for others of you, it just means grounding and being able to settle down and stay within one job, one industry, or even one town. And so it feels like what's happening from now until the end of June is that you're moving into a much more stable environment or stable career or stable money, whatever it is that you've been trying to achieve. And next we have the Ten of Coins, and it looks like combined with the King of Coins, and what we have is money. What we have is all that energy and time you've been spending manifesting, really looking at what it is that you want and why it is that you want it. And that energy has been so focused in regards to your career, in regards to like the money that's going to be produced in that career, that what you're sitting in right now, if you haven't started already to see it flow, is the abundance of money. I mean, here we have the Ten of Coins and the King of Coins, and it really does show that it's sitting in your strength position. I'm going to go ahead and move on in the reading to see how else this plays out, because finances are playing heavily into your reading in a very positive way. So let's see how else it kind of plays itself out. Here we have the challenge position. We have the Eight of Coins, we have the Hermit, and we have the Knight of Swords. And so what's happening here is in the challenge position is that, Spirit, can you tie in the Ten of Coins, King of Coins in their strength position, and this Eight of Coins in their challenge position? Okay, so what it seems like is that part of the blockage that some Geminis have been dealing with is work, is, you know, kind of wanting to change direction in the work that you're doing, and for others of you being forced to change direction in the work that you're doing. And so the challenge is for some of you that you have taken it as an opportunity, right? Because change is being created in your environment anyway. So part of what's happened for some Geminis is that you now want to excel in something that you have longed to do for a very long period of time in your life. And just, it has never come about, it has never manifested because you've chosen the practical side of things, which is normal, you know, when you have a family, when you're trying to build with another person, if you get married, or you're trying to move up the career ladder to a point that you can start to invest in yourself and create the time and the space to explore inner avenues within you in regards to your own inner truth, your own inner desires of that you were kind of born to manifest in this lifetime. So the challenge is in from now until the end of June is that there's a little bit of going, you know, so it feels like what happened for a lot of you Geminis is that you took this time period of going back and forth, you know, career, money, finances, you know, maybe I should just take an opportunity and look at a different way of looking at it, a different perspective, pursue what's in my soul. And what we're finding in the challenge position is initially what you're having to do is go back to your regular work, right? Because at the end of the day, you do have to prioritize where the money is coming from. You do have to prioritize survival. So there's a tiny bit of conflict. I don't feel like it's quite that big. I just feel like where you finally made the decision of this is how I'm going to move forward and accepting something changes quite minor in your environment that where you're kind of, it could be where your job stabilizes. It could be a job that you've lost and now they're asking you to come back because they did layoffs and now they're saying, hey, we have the budget again, do you want to come back? And so so that's part of the challenge. I don't see it as a difficult challenge if you decide to go back because you're owning your truth. You've had that time to own your truth here in the Knight of Swords. And regardless of if you have to go back at this point into a job that you'd finally let go of, it's not going to be disruptive, because the whole point was that you needed to spend that time and really reflect inwardly and decide on how you wanted inner growth, how you wanted to be at one with what you've come on earth to do. And you've done that. And so there's kind of this reconciliation within yourself of, yes, I've got to pay the bills, but there's this other part of me that, like, this need that's not getting met in my career. And so I'm just going to give you an example. So for some of you, you're in a very left-brained industry, right? So you could be working, I'm just going to give an example, in accounting. And really what you've always wanted to do is explore spirituality and understand it on a deeper level and work in that framework and in that realm, because it's something that you've always enjoyed. It's something that you finally decided that you do want to express it in your career and in your daily life and in your waking life, in the work that you do. So now that you've owned that inner truth and really decided that has to be a part of your career as you move forward, it's going to manifest. And so there's no conflict if you go back into the work that you used to do, because the whole point of this time period has to be about contemplation on what was missing, and you figured out what has been missing. Next, we have what is the hope for you from the spirit world. And if you've been looking at my readings, usually the hope is about what is it that you hope for. But the spirit world are working with me a little bit differently, and they're bringing out what is their hope for you to kind of give guidance in this decision-making process for you. So what we have here is the Devil. We have the the 4 of Cups and the 6 of Cups. So Spirit, do you want to bring forward the hope for Gemini? What is the hope for Gemini over the next 6 weeks in money, career, and finance? So the hope is that you understand that there are no wrong decisions that you can make. There is no missed opportunity here. There is, for many Geminis, you're kind of going back to basics. And what Spirit wants to encourage you to understand is that deep knowing within you, that calling that has been within you, didn't go anywhere, and you didn't waste time on another career when, you know, perhaps you come into this insight of, let's say it's spirituality, that you should have been doing that all along. Spirit is saying no. Spirit says that you have to go through a number of experiences for you to decide that is your soul's path. So you haven't made any wrong decisions, and you will continue to fulfill what it is that you were born to do. So you're not to worry about that. In the outcome, what we have is kind of what we started with, is we have the Two of Coins, we have the Page of Coins, we have the Lovers, we have Temperance, and we have the Six of Coins. So basically what's happening in the outcome, Spirit, can you bring forward the outcome for Gemini from now until the end of June? So what we have is really, you're going to start to see a lot of harmony and balance in not just around you, but where there's been conflict in regards to relationships, that's going to work itself out, because it feels like the conflict has to do with other people settling down into their environment, and so you can settle down. And usually that has to do with a spouse or a partner, and kind of waiting to see what will happen, because we have the Lovers card here. And so usually it's within the home, or usually it has to do with maybe you have some personal responsibility in regards to family of origin, where you have financial responsibilities, right? So all of that is going to settle down, and your money is going to start to look up. There is going to be victory in regards to money. Things are going to stabilize. It is going to be a progression from you know, we got the Two of Coins, we've got the Six of Coins, and we've got the Page of Coins. A lot of coins, right? Throughout this reading, we have a lot of Pentacle energy, coins. And so it does show that money's going to start to flow. It is going to show that you are going to be able to make decisions that will allow you to have disposable income. And it does show that you're going to create a further avenue of wealth for yourself by trusting that inner knowing and moving forward in a direction that is balanced with kind of making the money that you need to make in your regular 9-to-5 job, and also pursuing that you know that's in your soul, because that will also bring you money as well, and great satisfaction. So Gemini, that's your reading until the end of June. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you soon.